Hi guys, Scrub here. Tonight we're going to go over my analysis for this upcoming week and showcase a few stocks to watch that's not on my weekly newsletter. So, just to go into the first one with SPY. The historical data behind SPY putting in a fourth consecutive green day is honestly very slim. So I'd be very hesitant blindly buying calls right at morning open on Monday. I'm leaning more towards an inside day, so basically just some consolidation or a retracement day. Since if you think about it, we did just soar 26 points with very, very little pullback, right? Like very, very minimal pullback. So kind of don't forget that, right? So then QQQ is pretty much just a similar story. Both indexes have been performing extraordinarily well after the Fed announcements last week. Another thing to think about, there's a lot of stocks that had big gaps and then were just kind of flat, or big daily bars on Friday with a ton of volume, right? So I'm very curious to see what the overnight session does. But I am leaning a little bit more towards an inside day tomorrow. It would make sense. Obviously, we don't want to just have a one-sided bias. We want to be open-minded, but out of the multiple scenarios that I have in the back of my head, that's probably one of the most likely. And then going forward for the rest of the week, um, if we do have an inside day, there could be a possible day two and or day three move for stocks such as Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. And if there is a follow through, that can carry the index to a higher leg, right? If not, I'd expect a flush because we are very extended, right? So then I'm also looking out for similar setups such as Tesla on the daily time frame. It's coming out of a clear 3 month, pretty much range bound. Price actions over the 200 and 300 day moving average. Netflix is another example, pretty much kind of similar. It's range bound coming out of that, and we also have a big gap to fill. Now, I'm not saying that gap's going to fill, but even if we get to the 240 region, that's cool with me, right? So this is going to be a very, very big week for a lot of names to see if we continue higher and we're bullish and we possibly alleviate some fears of a market meltdown because, everyone's thinking the world's ending in a sense. Or if we start to see weakness, that's kind of hinting at this was just merely a relief rally and it's a dead cat bounce. Now, we have to remember, dead cat bounces are always much stronger during a bear market. So you don't want to be left bag holding if you're in a shit ton of calls. So another thing that's quite interesting is solar sector. The solar sector, the ETF is TAN. I'd highly recommend checking it out. We have a big old gap that we just did. Here's some of the top holdings. Highly, highly check these out, please. You don't want to sleep on the solar sector. Probably one of the stronger ones right next to semiconductors. Semiconductors and solar have been doing pretty well. Um, TAN broke out of a really nice base. It's worth digging into to see possible sympathy plays. You want to start thinking about other similar names people might start be chasing. Another one to add to this list would be Plug. Plug had a very good 1 day rally right after that earnings report gap. So I would recommend just checking out some electric vehicle names and just some solar names because this could be the next sector that really actually moves. And if you're able to kind of get some of the steam, even if you're able to capture some of the move, that's a good bit of profit that you can secure. So definitely check out solar stuff and check out electric vehicle stuff. Also, Lucid is reporting this week, so we might be able to see some, sympathy plays within maybe Tesla, maybe Neo, all the other cool EV stocks. So definitely don't sleep on that. Just some other stocks I'm watching would be McDonald's. So McDonald's looks pretty nice on the weekly time frame, right? It looks pretty nice on the weekly time frame. What happened was we kind of broke out of this downtrend. we actually retested that initial breakout. So there's the breakout, there's the retest. So that's something really nice what we want to see. So if we can break out ideally around this area of 264.50 and we can hold, we want to look for a max move up to about 270, like all-time high region. We're going to have some pit stops along the way, 265, 266.80, 269.70 region. Also, McDonald's has been a relative strength play, so it's been pretty strong. So if the market does end up pulling back this week, I would honestly avoid shorting this name. I would just completely look for longs only on this stock. If there's no setup for longs, I would just kind of just disregard it. That's just me personally, because McDonald's have been pretty strong the last couple weeks. So that's McDonald's, and then next one would be Microsoft. So Microsoft had a stellar earnings report, right? They've been really bullish, and so if we can, and we're also over the 300-day and the 200-day moving average on the daily, so that's already showing some strength right there. So if we're able to get over this 282 region and hold it, we have some targets at 283, 283.80, 285, 289, and probably a max target around this 290 region, since this is where a lot of participants are willing to step up. Now, if we fail to break above and hold and we start seeing some retracement, and sellers are starting to step up, I would watch for puts underneath 277.50 area, so somewhere right around here, and our targets will be 276, right at that liquidity area, 275, 274.30, and then the final target will be 270, because this is where everything kind of started, rallying. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick weekly breakdown. I have a lot other stuff on my newsletter if you haven't checked it out yet. I have a lot of other cool stocks to check out. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick weekly breakdown. I'll start doing these more often. Just a super quick announcement before I end this video. I'm offering a sweet discount to my premium newsletter lifetime tier. So now you don't have to worry about any pesky monthly subs. If you are interested in receiving in-depth analysis like this on a weekly basis, full of 20 pages with over 90% average accuracy, feel free to message me on either Discord or Telegram. Thanks again, everyone, for the support. What stocks are you watching this week? I'm curious. Drop them in the comment section. I'd love to check them out. Good night, everyone, and let's have a fun, awesome week. And please stay safe. Remember to let the trade setups come to you. Don't chase the trades. Good night, everyone. Thanks again for the support.